In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on July 17, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Baltimore Orioles versus Tampa Bay Rays. The Baltimore Orioles and Tampa Bay Rays will have the final game of their 3-game set against one another in Tropicana Field before the All-Star break on Sunday afternoon. The Orioles are having righty Jordan Lyles heading to the mound as he is coming off a win over the Chicago Cubs, as he went 7 innings and allowed 2 runs on 7 hits with a walk and 5 strikeouts. The Rays will send veteran right-hander Corey Kluber to pitch here, as he defeated the Boston Red Sox as he threw 6 innings and gave up 2 runs on 4 hits with a walk and 7 strikeouts. These pitchers have shown a big split in terms of this season, as Lyles is 4-5 with a 5.52 road ERA in 11 games, while Kluber is 3-1 with a 3.07 ERA in 8 home games so far. Looking at the runs scored in the last month or so, the Rays have a slight advantage, as they are averaging 4.37 runs per game in their previous 27 games, while the Orioles are scoring 4.24 runs per game in their last 25 games. Kluber posted a rough outing versus the Blue Jays a few starts back, but since then he's been on a solid run. Over his last pair, Kluber is 2-0 with 12 innings, 2 earned, 7 hits and a walk. I like Baltimore to make things interesting, but ultimately I believe that the Rays have the inside track on a potential victory Sunday, so the Tampa Bay Rays money line is our full game side pick. These bullpens have been 2 of the best in baseball, as Baltimore is 5th with a 3.22 reliever ERA, while Tampa Bay is 7th with a 3.38 bullpen ERA so far. Both teams are in the bottom half of the sport in terms of home runs hit in the month of July, as the Orioles have hit 13 so far, while the Rays are right above them at 14 in the calendar month. The Orioles pitching is a big reason they are in wild-card contention. They have allowed 4 or fewer runs in 6 out of their last 8 games, and the bullpen is among the best in the big leagues. The Rays continue to play without key bats in Wander Franco and Manuel Margot. In addition, the Rays pitching staff continues to shine, and that will continue with Kluber on the hill. Baltimore has not been able to solve the Rays pitching staff this season, averaging only 3.55 runs in the 10 meetings. I expect a low-scoring game today. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Chicago White Sox versus Minnesota Twins. The Chicago White Sox will go on the road as they take on the Minnesota Twins at Target Field. Dylan Cease will get the start for the White Sox. Josh Winder is expected to take the mound for the Twins. The Chicago White Sox is 4-1 straight up in its last 5 games and are 7-3 straight up in their last 10 games on the road. The Minnesota Twins are 3-6 straight up in their last 9 games. Dylan Cease has been on fire recently. Cease has allowed 1 earned run or less in 9 straight starts. He struck out 8 batters or more in 6 out of his last 7 starts. On the season, Cease has a 2.3 ERA, 1.24 WHIP, and a 142.46 Kelvin BB ratio in 18 starts. Josh Winder has struggled with walks for the Twins. He has walked 2 batters or more in 4 out of his last 5 games. Winder has been worse at home this season. He has a 4.66 ERA, 1.19 WHIP, and 15.7 Kelvin BB ratio in 3 games started and 5 games appeared at home this season. Minnesota has lost each of the first 2 games of this series, and the Twins have lost 5 of the last 7 overall. In contrast, Chicago has won 6 of its last 8 on the road, and each of the last 5 versus an opponent with a winning record. Chicago starting pitcher Dylan Bundy has had 5 consecutive strong outings, allowing 3 runs on 17 hits across 29 2/3 innings, resulting in Chicago winning 3 of the 4. Give the advantage to the White Sox as they find a way to claw out the win and tighten the gap in the American League Central heading into the break. So the Chicago White Sox money line is our full game side pick. Chicago entered Saturday having seen the under posting a 44 to 41 to 4 mark in their 89 games this season. The White Sox have put up an average of 4.36 runs per game on the year. which is 16th in the majors, and that number trends up slightly to 4.52 runs per game on the road. Their average total on the season is 8.96 runs per game, and that drops to 8.19 runs per game on the road. Minnesota went into Saturday having seen the Under go 42-7 in their first 91 games. The Twins are 13th in runs per game with 4.51 runs per contest, and they average 4.11 runs per game as the home team. That makes the average total for Minnesota games at 8.63 runs, with the home number dropping down to 8.17 runs a night. We've seen the over go 5-1 in the last 7 meetings, and with the Twins pitching scuffling a bit, you have to think this one ends up over the number. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Oakland Athletics versus Houston Astros. The Oakland Athletics and the Houston Astros play the final game before the All-Star break, with both teams on opposite ends of the American League standings. The Athletics have a 31-61 record and are in last place in the American League West Division, while the Astros have a 59-31 record and have a comfortable lead for first place in the division. For the final game of the series, the Athletics look to turn to James Kaprielian as their starting pitcher, while the Astros will turn to Jake Odorizzi to start the game. The Athletics are hoping to end the first half of the season on a high note and look to pull off the upset and provide great odds in the process as road underdogs. The problem is that the Astros are one of the best teams in the American League and look to overwhelm the Athletics from the first inning. The Astros look to build off a 5-run game and drive in runs with Jose Altuve, Kyle Tucker, and the rest of the lineup making hard contact against James Kaprielian and the rest of the Athletics pitchers. The Astros should also limit an Athletics lineup that is scoring only 3.32 runs per game, with Jake Odorizzi pitching multiple scoreless innings to allow the bullpen to close out the game with a comfortable lead. Odorizzi has been up and down lately, but he's coming off a nice start against the Athletics in his last outing. In that matchup, Odorizzi went 7 innings with 4 hits, 0 earned, and 1 walk in a win. The start before that, however, Odorizzi put up 4 frames with 5 earned on 9 hits and a walk versus Kansas City. Still, I think he'll be fine here and help put the Astros in a nice spot. So the Houston Astros to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Astros lineup is remarkable, and both batting orders look to take advantage of 2 struggling starting pitchers. The Athletics lineup should play base runners throughout the game, with Ramon Laureano, Sean Murphy, and the rest of the lineup constantly making contact against Jake Odorizzi and the rest of the Astros pitchers. The Astros, who average 4.44 runs per game, should run up the score with Jose Altuve, Kyle Tucker, Alex Bregman, and the rest of the batting order making hard contact against the Athletics pitchers and powering the ball to drive in runs at will. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.